Okay, May 25th. In 1961, John F. Kennedy goes before Congress and essentially asks for support, money, financial, to put a man on the moon. Just weeks before the Soviets had launched Yuri Gagarin into space and he had orbited the Earth. It was the first time a human had left the planet and gone into orbit. His orbit wasn't very long, but it was still significant. Alan Shepard, a few weeks later, would go up into space, but he wouldn't actually orbit, so he'd come back down. But he was the first American into space. But John F. Kennedy set an ambitious goal that by the end of the decade, so by the end of the 1960s, we would put a man on the moon and safely return him back to Earth. The space program became seen as kind of an extension of the Cold War. We were locked in an arms race with the Soviets. So all of the technology that would need to be developed, all of the engineering and science that we're going to have to go into this, it just became a source of national pride and a source of, quite frankly, the technology we needed to then create missiles and ICBMs and all these other things. That if we let the Russians get ahead of us on those things, then I think we would lose the military advantage. So there was also that military aspect of this. So that's what I have for you today. In 1961, John F. Kennedy goes before Congress and basically says we want to put a man on the moon and return him safely to Earth by the end of the decade. John F. Kennedy would not live to see that succeed. It wouldn't happen until 6 years after his death, but we did, in fact, succeed in 1969, putting a man on the moon 50 years ago this year. So that's what I have for today. I'll see you tomorrow.